am filming this literally like 5 minutes after I just filmed the outro for my London Paris video.
3, 2, 1.
I am going to take you all along with me for my first week of my new job, because I don't really know what that entails. I don't know how interesting it's gonna be, so maybe you'll never even see this. I think that my vacation was honestly such a good time for me, not only like to just get away and go on vacation in a different country, but also to get my brain out of all of the anxiety and swirling, because initially I was just planning to relax and do random things at home before I started, because the timing worked. I went to see Taylor Swift. Because of that, I just didn't have time to think about how nervous I was or like anything, basically. I am starting that now. Just kidding. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm all the emotions all at once for my new job tomorrow. To be there in person at 8:30 tomorrow. I don't know a lot about my new role. I don't know a lot about my new team. So this will all be very interesting for me. The thing is also, I don't even know where I'm supposed to park. Also, because I have tummy issues, I'm worried that if they're like, oh, we're gonna grab a coffee in the morning or let's grab lunch, I'm gonna be like, I have tummy issues. I don't think I should. We'll see. I emailed my manager on Friday being like, hey, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing on Monday, information question mark. And he was like, I'll meet you in the building at 8:30. And I was like, cool. See you then. And he was like, also, like, don't expect a really heavy load the first week. We don't have a lot of information for you. And I was like, perfect. That's what I want to hear, especially like starting a new role. I feel like a light load is good because it gives me time to process and digest everything. I film like right in front of my window because natural lighting is great. When my neighbor comes out, it just makes me uncomfortable. I wanted to take you all along with me in the journey, kind of vlog my thoughts, my experiences. Also, I didn't mention this, but I think I lost my passport card, which is just like really unideal for me. Like, I don't know where it went. Like, I usually keep it in my wallet, but I went to my wallet today because I was like, oh, I just should double check that it's there because I need to fill out my like documentation for work and I need my passport for that. But evidently it's not there. So I don't know where it's gone. And then like I found that out yesterday. I was like, you know what? Don't stress about it. Probably just like took it out at home. Why would I? I don't know. Should I have remembered? If I did, probably. Did I? No. So that was just like another little cheeky little thing that I really didn't want to have to deal with, but I have to. The rest of today, I'm gonna go over to my cousin's to have dinner, and then I am gonna hopefully get a restful night of sleep. Nervous laughter. To just like talk through some of my emotions right now, like I honestly am surprised by how not anxious and how not swirly I am. Like I'm more so excited. I'm not super nervous because from what it sounds like I'm gonna be doing a lot of the defining of my role. Is scary, but also means that like it's gonna be pretty hard for me to fail if I'm defining what success looks like. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm gonna go now and perhaps take a little walk. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Okay, bye. It is currently 8 o'clock. I just did my skincare routine. I was like, I'm ready to go to bed. And then I was like, how come this shelf seems a little slanty? It's because the bracket's off the wall. So I called my cousin who owns a construction company and I said, can you fix it for me? And he said, yeah, I can do it tomorrow. We have people in the area if you just want to take everything off of it. And I said, can you define what you mean by everything? And he said, everything. And I said, oh, okay. I don't want to have to deal with this, but I guess I have to as an adult. That's my life. Time for me to remove all of my clothes off. I was literally just trying to find a nice little outfit for my first day of work. And I was like, oh, you know, it'd be cute if I wore the same outfit that I wore last year when I first started work. I will say though, I have a little tickle in my throat and that's a little concerning for me. It started like really late today though, so I don't know. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. Time for me to move everything. Okay, bye. She's so empty. And now you can see in all of the glory that she's off the wall. She's not the only one who's off the wall, I'm gonna tell you that much. I'm weak. I was like, I can't do this. It's too high. It's too heavy. I'm an independent woman. And I did it. And now I'm sweating. I'm gonna go and dilly-dally. It's good timing that this happened while my dad was away because my mom doesn't like to sleep alone. And because of that, I can put all of this on my bed and leave it there. If I have to sleep in this bed, I don't know what I would have done because it's like I didn't want to have to deal with it in the morning. So I'm gonna go to bed. I'm currently driving, and again, for legal purposes, that is a joke. I'm in a stationary vehicle. This morning was a little more hectic than I thought. I slept in a little more than I probably should have, so it was more of a rush to get out of the house. Also, I want to say that I am not driving any more than like 5 miles an hour. Woke up this morning and was like, okay, I gotta go. I was hoping to have like a really chill morning that just didn't really pan out. My tummy issues are tummy issuing. On the bright side, I did find my passport card. By I mean my mother, because I think that moms just have a special skill of finding things that no one else can when it's right in front of your face. I'm happy that I don't have to stress about that because I was genuinely worried about it. And I decided to go with the shirt that I did wear for my first day last time. No one else is gonna know, but I know, and I feel like it's a fun little throwback for me. But while I was on the plane to Mexico, I wrote myself a little read this on your first day letter, and then I really had to skim it this morning. I almost didn't have time, but I was like, you know what's a couple minutes. I do think I'm going to be early. I have like 20 minutes. I'm probably 10 minutes away from my work. I'm driving more than 5 miles an hour now, so I gotta go. If I'm parking, I don't know if this is legal or not, but I'm parking here. I see other cars here, so it should be fine. So I need to get going because like it might be a longer walk than I think it will be to get there. This is what I'm gonna have to get used to every day. Anyways, I feel like all of my anxiety and energy just like hit me at once. We'll see how this goes. Well, it's currently 1:30. Well, I just got in my car, but I'm going to be on my way home. I feel like I know what my job is and like the role, kind of. I think my main confusion right now is like physically being oriented into the space. I don't know where anything is, and like I have been in that building for the past year, but I just didn't leave my little department, and I didn't realize how spoiled I was with having like the kitchens, the bathroom, the snacks all in one place where I know where everything is, because I walked around for, I kid you not, maybe like 10-15 minutes while my manager was in a meeting. I was like, you know what I want to refill my water bottle, and I don't know where to do that. I walked around trying to find a kitchen, and let me tell you, there are a lot of kitchens in this building. I like walked into a kitchen and I was like, oh, there's no water bottle filling station. I was so confused. And then I was like, okay, there has to be one. And I was like, oh, maybe like a coffee machine or something. And I couldn't find any, so I just used the sink. Being physically oriented into a space creates at least a semblance of safety, knowing where you are and knowing how to get around. Couldn't get my badge this morning, and because I don't have my badge, it's like I can't walk around the building. So I'll have to say I'm just like a little overwhelmed, and like I learned a lot of information today. My manager seems super chill, super nice. He left at probably like 12:30 and was like, hey, I'm gonna go home. I recommend you do the same. Do these things and then you can go home. Take this calm before the storm while you can, because you're not gonna have this for very long. And I was like, cool, perfect. My role is supposed to be a hybrid, 3 days on site, 2 days remote. I will say a lot of my team is fully remote though. I'm like, how come I didn't get that? He said Tuesdays are mandatory. Wednesdays is the team day to be on site. And then the last day I can choose. He's typically on site on Fridays, but there's no way I'm gonna be in person on a Friday, respectfully. I haven't eaten lunch yet because I'm an idiot. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna leave my lunch in the car because I don't think I want to carry that around with me. And then I realized that I don't have a badge. I didn't know I wasn't gonna get a badge, but I don't have a badge, so it stayed in my car. But luckily my manager was like, go home, so I'm going home. And it sounds like it's not uncommon for him to start early and leave early. Tomorrow I have a meeting at like 8 a.m. so I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna eat lunch. I'm gonna figure out my life. I wore the same shirt that I wore the first day of my last role because I did that. It's like the badge picture is the same. I didn't think anyone was gonna notice. I thought it was just gonna be like a funny little thing that I do because I just am who I am. While I didn't get my badge, I was able to like take the picture for the badge, but I didn't know the badging office. Like, I didn't know that they would just like open it. And she was like, oh, like ironically you're wearing like the same shirt as last time. And I was like, haha, what a funny coincidence. That's so weird. That's so funny. And then I was like, and she was like, you like your old badge picture? Because like if you want, you can just use that. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Because the thing is, I look the same as I did last year. I look the same as I did 5 years ago. I look fairly similar. The way that I live my life is kind of crazy sometimes. I'm gonna go now. Bye. I am really tired. It's like 7. I'm gonna go on a quick little walk, and then I am gonna probably go to bed. I know tomorrow's gonna be like a longer day because I start at 8. And then I have meetings until like 3. I had a lot of energy inside me today, and then after I got home and settled, I feel like a wave of just like, not necessarily sadness, perhaps like ennui, but like just a wave of like melancholy just hit me, and now I'm just going through it. I don't know what I'm going through, but I'm going through it. I'm gonna go on a log because I just can't exist in this realm right now.
It's day 2. I'm a little congested if you can't hear it. Also, my throat hurts, so that's fun. I am earlier today. Anyways, I'm a little distraught because I'm just like tired. I feel a little sick. It's like my second day, so I can't really be like, hey, I'm unwell. I want to treat myself to a little sweet treat or a little coffee, but I don't feel well, so it's probably not a good idea. So we'll see what I end up doing. Hello, I'm unwell. Luckily, my manager went home at like 12 today, but I was like debating whether I should also go home at 12. Luckily, he was like, I'm gonna go home. And I was like, can I also go home? And he was like, yeah. I don't feel well. I really don't feel well. My nose is congested. My throat hurts. I have a headache. I tested for COVID and it's not COVID. I just want to sleep. But I have 2 hours of meetings and I don't think I can not go. Wish me luck. Hi. It's currently like 7:30. I'm unwell. Slept for maybe 3 hours from like 3 to 6 basically. I'm congested. I have a fever. I have a headache. The last 2 hours of meetings was real hard. Not gonna lie. And immediately after it was done, I went straight to bed. I was like, I don't want to work from home tomorrow, but I think I probably should. We have a town hall, which is basically like everyone in the department gets into a room, and like as fun as that sounds, I probably shouldn't. And then I also got a notification that was like, your heart rate spiked to 120 while you were not moving. And that was like 3 minutes ago. So it's all good. We're all good. Feel bad because it's my second day of work and I'm already sick. Like, you're joking me. I don't want to show my manager that I'm that weak. My mom said that I shouldn't sleep until I actually go to sleep. So I've been updating my budget from Paris. I'm probably gonna edit a little bit, but my head hurts. We'll see how long that lasts. Like, probably staring at a screen is not good for me right now, but that's okay. A lot of things aren't good for me. Like my heart rate raising to 120 while I'm just sitting in bed. So it's whatever. Cool. Okay, bye. I'm feeling a bit better today. Although I feel like I sound worse. I'm working from home today. It sounds like I'm sick and I shouldn't be going in. Like, the thing is, I told the manager, I was like, hey, I'm just like not feeling well. I'm gonna work from home. And he was like, feel free to just like not work. But because I am who I am, that's just not who I am. Today is like a pretty meeting heavy day, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to rest and stuff. I kind of like don't know what I'm doing still. I feel like I'm attending these meetings, but I'm not doing anything in them. Like, I am just there. I have like a weekly larger team meeting on my calendar today, and I can guarantee you they're gonna ask me to introduce myself. I think my least favorite thing to do is introduce myself, because it's like, what were you doing before? What are your hobbies? And I'm like, don't really have many of those. I'm in a cold sweat right now, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm really like just very dewy. For lunch, I'm having an Asian version of chicken noodle soup, which is just chicken soup with udon in it, because my mom loves me and she was like, you're not feeling well, so I'm gonna make you a noodle soup. And I said, thanks, Mom. What would I do without my mother? I don't know. I really don't. No one can take better care of me when I'm sick than my mom. Truly. Anyways, I'm unwell. Like, the thing is, I feel like physically and mentally I'm feeling a lot better today than I did yesterday. I keep getting like zone minutes, which are basically just like elevated heart rate times when I'm literally just sitting. So I don't know if that's concerning or not, but it's whatever. I have a meeting that I'm gonna go to. Okay, bye. It's like 5:30 and I am currently in my mom's bed. I am congested off and on, which is really annoying, but I've been reading quite a bit. I'm currently reading Blue Sisters, which honestly I really like so far. I like this more than I liked Cleopatra and Frankenstein. I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know if that's gonna be true by the end of it. As of right now, I am enjoying it. I am 218 pages in. I will finish this before it's even released in America, which means I am just better than all of the Americans. I'm just totally kidding. I'm currently laying in my parents' bed congested. This is one of the first days in the past, at least a couple of days for sure, but like past week maybe, that I did not take a midday nap. You know, maybe I should have. It's like 6:30 now, so in about 2 hours I'm gonna start heading to bed. Day 4, and you know what time it is. It's banana time. I realize now that doesn't make a lot of sense to you because this is my first time eating a banana on camera, but since I've been sick, I've been just enjoying bananas. I've been eating a banana a day, and before I didn't really eat bananas all that often, but now I'm enjoying them. Banana time. I'm feeling better. Still a little congested. My throat kind of hurts, but we're prevailing. I'm gonna eat this banana off camera because I don't need that amount of innuendos. My first meeting today is at 9. I cut myself half an apple. I made myself some honey lemon water. Starting the day off strong. I'm almost done with Blue Sisters, and I can say that I really like it. It may even be a 5-star. Still have to read the epilogue to make sure that it's it's a 5-star, but it's really close up there. I got an email this morning that was like, hey, you didn't complete your onboarding test, but I thought I did, so I'm gonna go check what I haven't completed yet. Also, I just took another COVID test. I still have like 15 minutes to go before it's like officially done, but so far no COVID. Here's my test. So like the first line, I literally was like, oh shit, it's a really dark C line, and like my brain, I was like, that means COVID, but I was like, oh wait, no, C means control because we're scientists here. All right, I restarted my laptop. I don't know what happened, but I can't reopen any of my past tabs, which is actually really annoying. I had a lot of tabs open that I wanted to revisit. I have fruit flies in my area, which is not fun. I think there are at least 3. I just asked my manager what swaggy means because like the director was like, oh, we should get a swaggy understanding, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't mean what it colloquially means. It was such an odd message to send. My actual role is a project manager. It's a retail company, but it's part of the team that is like between how the store operates and when the store develops and bringing those teams together. It's a relatively new team, so I don't really know what I'm going to be doing a lot of the time, but my role has to do a lot with standards and making sure teams adhere to those standards and like has a place to provide feedback for those standards when it's not being met, or if there isn't a standard, providing the feedback that there has to be a standard. Or that is basically what I know of my role so far. I have someone on my team who's like the exact same title as me, just like peer level, and I asked her, I was like, how is the work going to be split up? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, cool, as long as we're all unclear. I finished Blue Sisters. I feel like I want to sit on it for like another couple of minutes to see what I really want to rate it, but I really do think it's a 5-star. I don't have a single complaint about this book, which doesn't always constitute a 5-star for me, but it made me feel things, it made me smile, it made me laugh, it made me cry, and I just love how the main aspect of this book was familial love. My manager responded to my message asking what swaggy meant, and he said, stupid, wild ass guess. That's crazy. At one of my old jobs, swag meant signage, wayfinding, and graphics. So I thought it was gonna be something similar to that. But I was like, in context, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But stupid, wild ass guess was not even close to being something on my list of like what it would possibly mean. So that's actually so funny. Good thing I asked, otherwise I'd be so confused. So back on my book review of this, I really like this book. The author writes like, most times romantic love is talked about, but sisterly familial love is not talked about, and I feel like it's so true. Where I don't have a sister, but I have a brother, and while at times I do strongly dislike him, at all times I love him. Having a sibling, it truly means that you'll die for that person, but you wouldn't let them borrow something of yours. And for those of you who have non-toxic sibling dynamics, good for you. I'm looking directly at the cousin because her sibling dynamics truly is all love, but I feel like I have the typical sibling dynamic where it's like just a little toxic. We know exactly where our buttons are, and we know how to press them, and we know when to stop pressing them. I love this book. I feel like I like this book a lot more than Cleopatra and Frankenstein. I can relate to this book a lot more. I feel like there are 4 sisters. You'll probably find something to relate to in all of them. When I was thinking about it, I was like, I feel like I relate to the oldest sister more because even though I'm the youngest child, I feel like I had a lot of the responsibility growing up, but I can also relate to the youngest child where I am still the youngest child, and it's like I am the baby of the family, and I can relate to like the middle siblings. Now that I'm talking about it, this is definitely a 5-star read. I'm glad I read this. I'm glad I bought it. I'm gonna go and respond to my manager now. It is morning time. Whew, I just walked up a flight of stairs, so I'm a little out of breath. I feel a lot better today. Truly just like a lingering cough and some small congestion. I have only one meeting today. My manager's out. It's gonna be banana time in like a couple of minutes. I need to moisturize my face. Hi. This is a lotion I always use. It's the Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream Ultimate. You can get a big jar of this at Costco. It comes with 2 of them. I like this size better because the other size is like this big, and that just is too big. Because when I'm at the bottom of the jar, it's like I have to dig my whole hand in there, and that's just not a cute look. This jar is my favorite size. The next thing I do, I go in with some Vaseline, especially during this sick time for me. I want to make sure that I get everything moisturized. By everything, I mean under my nostrils. Okay. Hello and welcome to my kitchen. We know what time it is. Banana time. Beyond bananas, I probably am gonna have some other types of fruit, but it depends on what I have in my fridge. Let's check. I have grapes, strawberries, raspberries. I feel like grapes kind of sound good, so I'm gonna get some grapes. And look at these plump bad boys. I will take some raspberries. This is the mug that I've been using this whole week, and there's a spider web on top of it. Like, you see that white thing floating around right there? That's floating on a spider web, which is really unfortunate for me. Time to wash it. pro tip, if you're a berry person like I am, I would recommend putting like raspberries into an airtight container to really help them stay fresh longer, because like when they're in the containers that they come in, I feel like they go bad really quickly, but when I put them in an airtight container, it tends to stay fresh longer. I also typically put like half a paper towel or something on the bottom of it just to like help absorb the moisture. I don't know if that's necessary. Banana time, and then I have my bowl of fruit. You know what's funny though? My first banana that started banana time, I couldn't really taste it. I was just eating it. After I've regained my ability to taste food, I'm like, I don't know if I actually really like bananas. Some people are like, oh, they don't like bananas because of the texture, but clearly that's not a problem for me. Apparently I prefer the texture over the taste, which is crazy. These raspberries are kind of sour. With the current company that I just joined, it's weird because I don't get health insurance until after I think like 60 or 90 days. So I have to sign up for Cobra, but then like the insurance packet that I got from my old company, it doesn't include medical insurance, which I think is like the most important insurance. It's like dental, vision, and then like mental health. But I'm like, what about medical? Like I think that is the most important one, which is kind of weird that doesn't include it. So I'm gonna have to go call them right now. I don't like dealing with adult things. I asked my mom, I was like, what if I just like don't get insurance? And she was like, that's this really stupid decision. Anyway, so I'm gonna call them before my meeting at 9. So wish me luck. So I called the health insurance place and I asked all my questions. She answered them all, and I know she wasn't trying to, but she made me feel really dumb because I was like, oh, is it possible to like do this online? She was like, yeah, if you read your damn packet, it's in there. And I'm like, yeah, you're so right, but I just wanted to make sure. Someone from my old team messaged me a video of him screen recording, like trying to find me in the system and saying like not found. And I said, I wasn't kidding when I said you won't be able to find me after I leave. I think it's just nice and fun that people reach out to me from my old team, because it's like, I don't know if people actually like me or if they just tolerate me because I work with them. But when they reach out to me on their own, it's like they actually do like me. I finished my meeting with the other person on my team like 20 minutes ago, and I played myself into doing actual work. Because right now, I feel like I'm in a bit of a place where it's like I can play the I'm new card, so I can't do any work for a little bit. But it's also like I want to start providing value in my job. And it's like 50-50 of like what I actually want to do, if I should pretend that I like don't know anything so I can't do anything, or if I should actually just like do my job. As a project manager, I just feel like a lot of my job is just clicky clacky on the computer. That's literally my job. So it's like 1:30 right now. What can I do to like do something productive? I'm gonna try to do more like orientation, HR stuff, finish all of those. And I was like, you know, let me see who else is online right now. My manager's out. The other person on my team is out. My manager's manager's out. So I'm like, literally there's no one around. I'm like, can I sign out early? It's like my first week, you know? So it's like, it's way too early for me to be slacking off already. But like, I kind of want to. I don't know what else to do. I'm new. There's not much else for me right now. I'm gonna take this while I can, as my manager told me at the beginning of the week. I am planning to make fajitas for dinner today, and to accompany that, I am going to make some chips and guac, and also some black refried beans, and then a salad because health. And then I don't know if I want to go to the gym today. I feel like I probably shouldn't because I'm still hacking up a lung. Tomorrow maybe. And then I also am like, I kind of want to go on a walk. A walk is like manageable. I can do a walk. I'm gonna go. I gave back. I'm going grocery shopping, but this is my first time outdoors in probably 3-4 days, and it's so bright. This is probably gonna be the last clip of this video. I wanted to just kind of sum up my week. My week actually was a lot more chill than I thought it was gonna be. Like, I thought it was gonna be like, I'm constantly learning, I'm constantly drinking from a fire hose. But this week was honestly pretty relaxed. A lot of that will change when I actually like am in the thick of my job and figuring out what I'm doing. But for now, I will take a slow week, and I will take as many slow weeks as I can get because I know it's not gonna last. I have pulled a couple of all-dayers where I stayed up all day without taking a midday nap, which is good for me. I'm like barely sick now. As a sum up of this week, I feel like I always do this thing where I build it up in my head, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I feel like also because I am more confident in myself in this role, I am less worried about it. Project management, honestly, for me is like relatively easy. It's just like you go to meetings, you go clicky clacky sometimes. That's basically it. Doesn't require a lot of like technical skills. Yesterday and the day before, I watched movies with my mom, which was really nice.
nice. I haven't done that in a while. We watched A Walk to Remember and The Blind Side on Friday night, and then yesterday we watched 23 Blast, I think is what it's called. The Blind Side is one of my favorite movies. It's just a very wholesome movie. I watch it maybe once every 5 years. It was actually my mom's first time also watching A Walk to Remember, which surprises me because it's like an old movie, but I enjoyed that as well. 23 Blast was okay. All in all, this week was good. I feel like yesterday and Friday I had a really good day. So I am gonna go now. Honestly, if you watch till the end of this video, you're a real one. You're just watching my yapping at this point. Thank you so much for watching. Truly thank you. If you haven't already and you want to, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Would really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye! All like 3 people that are actually gonna watch this in its entirety. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know who you are.